We're here today on Country Pocket with Hannah Juanita. The new album is Tennessee Songbird, and the song you just heard was Fortune. Okay, so Fortune as an X. I absolutely love that image.
I actually didn't write it like that. I didn't think of it as an X. It's to me, it's not about a romantic relationship at all, really.
Oh, I didn't think it was a romantic relationship. I thought it was just the way it's like, someone whose hand you used to hold, except instead of a person, it's a concept.
Mm. Yeah, yeah. That would be more accurately a way to describe the way that I thought about it as well. I feel like it can be kind of a coming of age song in a way. Looking back over your life and decisions and choices and feeling like maybe at one point you had fortune on your side and then sometimes it doesn't feel that way anymore.
Yeah, I appreciate the way it starts out, uh, feeling sort of sorry for the state of things, but it eventually gets to the realization that it's actually the person's own actions that might have led to the change in their fortunes.
Exactly, yeah. Yep, you gotta sometimes you come to a reckoning with your choices. And I feel like as a person that's lived, maybe a non-traditional lifestyle or trajectory, I think that I've definitely made decisions where I can look back and think about that one specific decision and how that changed everything. And that set me off on a completely different course. And, whether that's regret, not really regret, but almost just a bittersweet reflection and thinking of, how, yeah, like I got myself where I am and I have no one else to blame for better or for worse.
Exactly. Sometimes it's not the worst thing. Um, I sort of, uh, yeah, you're talking about coming of age, and I feel as though maybe part of this song is during the good times, you're not necessarily aware that you're in the good times. And it's only later in your life that you appreciate where you were.
Yeah. There's a lot of reflection wrapped up into the song, looking back and realizing that.
So, next one I want to talk about is called Mother Country Music. Um, you sort of personify another force or concept in your life on this one. Why is country music a mother?
Well, first off, I have to say that I didn't write this song. This is the only cover on the record. It was written by Joe Nixon and it was cut by Vern Gosdin and Kenny Rogers in the 70s. And I first fell in love with Vern Gosdin's version. But I've always related to this song, being raised on country music. Um, and then later in my life, when I really turned to music and started pursuing it and started really writing myself, it music really did become like a mother to me. And it really did. It was very consoling and it really changed my life and gave me a lot of purpose and direction and peace that I hadn't had before. So I think that's why I really connected with it. But um, as like, yeah, I mean, just what the song says, like as a refuge for my soul.
Also, one called Peace of Mind, which I think furthers your relationship with this music. You talk about giving up basically everything about a normal life to live as a somewhat under the radar country musician. Do you feel all the time that this is a worthwhile decision?
um, Ultimately, yes. I think that that's what this a lot of Tennessee Songbird as a record has been me coming to terms with. That this is like sometimes I feel like, you know, I don't know what else I would do anyway. And so, and what, it comes with the struggles, but so does everything, So I feel like a lot of this writing this record was me coming to terms with like this is what I'm doing, and I'm accepting the challenges and the struggles. And, you know, that's ultimately, yes, very worthwhile, I think. Um, yes.
What is the hardest struggle about your lifestyle?
Um, I mean, there's a lot. I mean, the two things that come to my mind right away are like pressure and kind of always having to perform and put myself out there with like the with social media. Like now artists like are forced, I mean, are just like that's the way the industry is now, is like you are supposed to be like putting yourself out there constantly, every day, daily. It's not like it used to be where people did radio interviews, and they did their shows. It's like a constant daily put yourself out there. That's what you're supposed to be doing. Um, I would say that is difficult for me because, especially, and I think for a lot of artists, like the type of person that is an artist, like you need to go inward and you need to close off to the world to recharge and to get inspired and to make your art and to hone your craft. So I think I find that difficult to do under the pressure of like feeling like I need to put myself out there daily, multiple times a day, even. Um, I would say that's one thing. The second thing that came to my mind is alcohol. Alcoholism, I think, runs rampant in this industry, and just having like a balanced life and having your health while you're going really hard on the road all the time. Um, and yeah, like alcohol, sleep, just like having like finding any sort of balance can be really hard.
Yeah, I find it hard to imagine that I could keep up with my exercise routine and all that living in a van. And I don't even have to imagine that I wouldn't be able to keep up with my sleep routine because I can't do that as it is.
Yeah, yeah, it's not easy. But one thing that I've found that I really like is bringing. It's not always possible, but I bring my dog when I can. Usually, me and another artist, Mose Wilson, that I tour with often. We tour as a duo, and we bring my dog, and um, so that she's a border collie, and so that forces us to plan ahead, and we have to like get to the park or get to the lake, and we all run around or do a workout or go swimming, and we have built-in outside time because of her, and so that really helps. And keeps me grounded, I think, in a way, and keeps me like locked into home and like what I usually do. And so, yeah, I recommend bringing a road dog.
No road dog.
Yeah,
Um, you you very much are pursuing a sort of rock solid traditional country. Um, no, it's hard to make it big these days doing that, but is is pursuing that type of music you love and not compromising part of what gives you peace of mind.
absolutely. Yeah, 100%. And, I feel like I'm not, I don't know, this may sound weird, but I don't feel like I'm like quote unquote trying to make it big. Like, I feel like I'm not trying to be the next Lainey Wilson or something like that, like I I want to have a long career. I want to be able to, like, I want it to be financially viable. I want to keep the show going, essentially, and I want to play music. Musician and as a writer, and I love playing with people. I love playing in a band. I love playing rhythm guitar and singing in a country band. So that's really what I want to do, and I want to be able to do that as a living, which involves, yes, growing my fan base and getting quote unquote bigger. But I feel like ultimately I'm doing that because I love to play music and I love to write songs. So I think absolutely that's what gives me my peace of mind, sticking to the music.
Well, let's hear Peace of Mind, and we'll be right back.